And we're back. MMA Lock Talk, episode 27, September 22nd, 2022. And today is a special one. As I'm sure most of you guys are aware, I forgot to, you know, close off the light that's shining down on me through my window right now. But who gives a shit? We're here. Got the nice trim today on the beard. Looking nice. Chopped off a little bit more than I would have wanted, but it's still nice. I still like what we're getting here. Pre-drinking for the weekend concert that your boys headed to tonight. Finally, technically it's been how long? 12, 17 months in the making. I was originally supposed to go see him in concert February 2021. Obviously, we know the COVID situation, everything locked it down and they canceled the show. And then in that amount of time, he dropped another album and decided to make an even bigger tour. Supposed to go watch it in July. We all know the fiasco that happened with Rogers going down, but now he has rescheduled for tonight. And he added another show tomorrow because it's tonight is sold out. So big show. Cannot wait. Started pre-drinking already. Open it up. Tall boy number 2. Hopefully some of you guys are out there able to enjoy a brew with your boy on this Thursday afternoon. The wife is off work in about 20 minutes and she'll be home in about a half an hour or about 45 minutes after that. Getting ready, hitting the train, headed downtown, get more fucked up downtown, and then should be at the show by 7 o'clock. I cannot fucking wait. Let's go. I had half of a slice of pizza rushing here from the guy that does my beard, trying to grab my pre-drinks, trying to grab my mixers for tonight, trying to be prepared, and then still shell out this live stream for you guys because I told you guys yesterday I wanted to get lit on stream with you guys. Hopefully, so like I said, hopefully some of you guys are able to take part as well. I'm going to be kicking it with you guys for just over a half an hour so that I can finally get my shit together and you know, get prepared for tonight and continue drinking and all that. If anybody's following me on Twitter, you guys know that the day didn't start off so well. I woke up around 8:30, and that was roughly around the time my wife left for work. And she's like, "Hey, the hot water is not working. There's no hot water." So apparently the water heater is fucked up. We have somebody coming in between, the next, I guess, next 5 hours, they said. So hoping that they can get it rectified by the time I get back tonight. But first time I've ever taken a cold shower. That was shitty. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're a super health nut. But yeah, first time I ever had to take a cold shower. I had to get it done. I mean, I like cleaning up my beard and shampooing it, all that stuff before I go get it cut, and then obviously just actually taking a legit, shower and cleaning up and all that shit. Moise Hussein saying, "Don't drink and drive." I am not. I mean, luckily I got my brother dropping us to the GO station or our train station here, and the train takes us right into downtown, um, and then we'll be Ubering back home tonight after everything wraps up. But very much looking forward to it. Cannot fucking wait. Getting fucked up all day so I can lose my mind tonight while we're at the show. And I got some fucking sick tickets. I mean, when we were scheduled to go in July, we had like nosebleeds. And then the day of the event, I'm like, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. I want to go sing it or see it in as best as possible. So I upgraded my tickets the same day as the event back in July, and then the event obviously got canceled. So I'm out, $600 or whatever it was that I paid for my initial tickets. So I'm still waiting on that money to come in because they actually got sold through Ticketmaster. But Ticketmaster doesn't pay you out until 12 days after the event completes, or at least up to 12 days after. So still waiting on that money to come in, which is fine. It's all good. Not stressing over here about money or anything like that. But yeah, had to fucking upgrade, had to fucking do it big. Very excited about tonight. I can't fucking wait. All right, let's see what the chat is saying here. John West in the chat, looking fresh. Appreciate the compliments, my friend. Appreciate the love as always. Black M3 in the chat as well, saying have fun, also get fucked up. That is what we have already started on over the last half hour or so. Normally, I don't take a lot of sips of my water during my streams, but for obvious reasons, I'm going to be sipping on a lot, and I'll be hitting the mute button often because I do burp a lot whenever I drink. So, especially beer as well. So, pardon any of those interruptions. Corey Yupo saying you're missing the buds. Personally, on a night like this, I don't really like mixing it. I mean, if it's a party, like if it's a club or like somebody's wedding or something like that, I don't mind mixing it. But like this concert, I want to be as fucked up as possible, but still as coherent as possible. And I feel like mixing those two things makes me incoherent, makes me spinny, and I don't want that. I want to get fucked up, but enjoy the experience as well. So just alcohol for me tonight. Maybe dabble in the marijuanas when I get back home. LR saying check your pilot light. It could be as simple as that. I think he's referring to the water heater issue that I was talking about. If the guy doesn't show up by the time I'm done this live recording, I would give it a check. But yeah, very shitty to have to wake up to that this morning. Brian Wong saying my coworker is the Weeknd's cousin, but he looks like Danny Glover. Interesting. I'm assuming that your cousin is going to the show tonight or tomorrow. He must. Funny enough, the LCBO that I went to for non-Canadians or at least non-Ontarians, the LCBO is pretty much our liquor store. And I, start talking to the cashier as I was checking out, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I run with some of his boys and his managers and stuff." And he seemed like he was being truthful and stuff. And one of the things that he told me, he goes, "Dude, I remember." 6 years ago, this guy turned down $300,000 to do a bar mitzvah. And I'm like, that just goes to show how successful this guy actually is, right? Like to just pass up on 300K to do a small fucking show like a bar mitzvah. Shout out to the Weeknd, absolutely killing it as well. Black Time 3 saying love cold showers, kind of like a meditation with their breathing gets heavy. I might work myself into it, like when I really start getting back into the working out and all that stuff, because I've heard it's very good for recovery as well. But honestly, like it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. Because what I did, like before stepping into the shower, I would just take a little bit, like I put the water in my hands and I just rub my body a little bit with it just to get it acclimated, rather than just jumping, head first into it and just taking it right away. I would just slowly just, cool off my body temperature and then hop into it. Hopefully, I never have to do it again, though. Maybe one day. Brian Wong saying, Moose said, good man. You know what it is. Shout out to my guy, Brian Wong, as well. Honestly, excuse me. A lot of the stories that I would tell on this show and people have heard from me over the years was about my time working at an MMA gym, general managing the gym and helping out a lot of people there. Brian Wong was maybe still is a member of that gym. So we go way back as well. So shout out to my guy, Brian Wong. Truly appreciate him coming into the stream and showing some love. Lonnie Lozano saying, what time is the concert? I believe it kicks off at 7:00. So still got about, a solid 6 hours. So plenty of time, but very much looking forward to it. What's going on, Lonnie? Appreciate the love. The Real Study saying, yo, Lock, what's good, sir? Is this your first Weeknd concert he can perform? Yes, this is the first Weeknd concert that I've been to. I feel like, so I went to the first 4 OVO Fest. And for people that don't know what the OVO Fest is, it's Drake's festival that he puts on in Toronto once a year. It used to just be one night where he would, have a couple opening acts, then he'd do his act. But during his act, he would bring out all these surprise guests. And then it turned into like a weekend kind of thing, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of thing. And I feel like I feel like the Weeknd came out to perform one of his songs in one of those during one of those concerts. I just can't recall off the top of my head, but going to a Weeknd concert specifically, never seen him in concert. So very much looking forward to it. C. Andrews 99 saying the trilogy album is ridiculous. Was lucky enough to see a few of those songs live in Glasgow. Shit, that's sick, man. Yeah, his first couple, like I believe his His first couple of albums, legit. In the middle part, start to fall off a little bit to me personally, but his last two, After Hours and Till Dawn or Dawn FM, fire. Dawn FM, for me personally, yeah, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? For me personally, top three albums in like, top three favorite albums of all time. Dawn FM. I can't wait to see my Spotify, year end statistics and all that shit because it's going to be that whole album. Because I've literally, honestly, only been listening to that album this whole year. I fucking love that album. It's so good. Nick Maranzano is saying it makes you breathe heavy and shiver, and then you feel great afterwards. That's what she said. But yes, it does help regulate your body and your breathing and all that stuff, and it helps recovery in regards to cold showers. Lonnie Lozano saying, "Can you imagine if your white caught you rubbing water on your body outside of the shower?" Hey, she join in. She's a good wifey. That's all I gotta say. Corey Ipo saying Elizio Zaleski got a 1-year ban and Kevin Holland just retired. What is happening? In regards to the first thing, there's Zaleski. Kind of surprised that he didn't really come out about it with himself, right? Because you saw the start of this thing where like they'll notify the fighters and give them a chance to do whatever they want to do. But like 3 months or so after the actual violation takes place, or whenever they get sentenced, I believe it is, that's when the news comes out to the public. But the fighters usually have the opportunity to come out about it themselves. And Zaleski is like, you know what? I'm just going to say hush hush about this, and maybe I might get, it might get swept under the rug, or the rug, I should say. But yeah, bummer that he's going to be out. But given that it's almost already half over, it shouldn't be too long until we see him back in the cage. In terms of Kevin Holland retiring, yeah, that caught me off guard, but I think it's more so of an emotional thing, to be honest. If you see his IG story, his first IG story is him saying, "Hey, what the fuck?" In regards to Neil Magny getting matched up with Daniel Rodriguez. He goes, "That's a fight that I wanted." Pretty much. So it seemed like he was upset about that, and then he just talked about retiring. So I think he just wanted to like shake things up and just kind of create a little bit of controversy. But I think that I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back. Cobb's Corner, what's going on, my brother? Appreciate you stopping by. The Rio started saying, "Oh, you def gonna have a great time for sure. Hopefully, he performs some trilogy songs, give you them chills. He sounds exactly like on his records. I love it. I love to hear it, my friend." Um, Personally, I'm hoping he just performs his last album. That's all I'm there for personally. Like all the other songs, going back and playing all of his old tracks, that's just a bonus to me. But I'm hoping that the majority of this concert is from his new album, or at least the last two albums, because the tour is called After Hours Till Dawn, and that's the name of both of his last two albums. So I'm sure he'll play a bunch of those tracks. But I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait, guys. I'm so psyched up. Large One Dream in the chat. Appreciate it, my friend. Finesse God saying Holland isn't retiring. Let's be real. I agree with that. I think he's just pulling our leg a little bit. Large One Dream saying, "What you sipping on?" Going with Moosehead right now. My first drink was a Rockstar vodka mix, Rockstar energy drink. Like if you guys know that they have those like can mixed drinks, whatever they have. And then this is now my second drink. I got a third one ready to go if I happen to finish it before the end of the stream. I'm not trying to get too ahead of myself though, because we do have like a 25 to 30-minute train ride to go on to head downtown. And what me and the wife are planning on doing is just filling up one of those disposable Coke bottles, like those personal Coke bottles, and just fucking mixing alcohol in it and taking it with us on the train, sipping on that all the way downtown, and then hitting up a bar and some food afterwards as well. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome Dream saying, "That's beer. You know what it is. You like liquor at all?" I'm not a big drinker, but like for occasions like this, it's a must. I mean, weddings, clubs, EDM festivals, and concerts. I'd rather get drunk rather than baked, to be honest. Matt R saying, "Lock starting early." You know what it is, bro. Come on. Come on. Matt R said you need to invest into a flask. Honestly, I'm a paranoid individual. I mean, I don't like trying to sneak in shit into concerts. I don't like trying to sneak stuff past security guards and all that stuff. And I feel like with a flask, um, it's just I'd be too paranoid to try to bring that in. I don't care to, mix it the way that I do with the Coke bottles and stuff like on the train. I feel like that's pretty discreet as is. Um, and then when we get there, I'm just gonna buy alcohol when we get there as well. Again, I don't drink enough to invest in a flask personally. Appreciate the sentiment though, my friend. The real study is saying I'm hyped for you if you smoke, bring that. Again, I'm not gonna mix it at the concert. Maybe when I get back on home to kind of start tapering off for the night, that's where I'm gonna hit it. You guys missed a damn good burp there. Black M3 saying thoughts on Kevin Holland retiring. Just spoke about it a couple minutes ago, but I think he's just pulling our leg. I don't think he's retiring. The guy's just starting to make really good fucking money. Him and Dana are boys. I think he's just fucking around. Dun, 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 dun. I cannot honestly, like all I can think about are the tracks in my head right now. I apologize, but I gotta do this. I gotta fucking do this. I hope that's not too loud, but I just want it going on in the background, honestly. I'm just so fucking hyped right now. Finesse God saying weed and shrooms are better than drinking unless you're going out. Yes, I am definitely of the weed caliber. That is kind of a daily occurrence for your boy. But in terms of going out and going to a concert, alcohol. Nothing beats alcohol for that. Lajon Dream saying bamboo rum is amazing. It's expensive, but man, best tasting rum ever. See, I don't know if I'd ever get into it to that extent. Like I just have like having a couple beers. I'm good. God, I'm so hyped, guys. So fucking hyped. Black Time 3 saying thoughts on Twitch banning gambling. So I saw this as well. I believe that they're banning people playing slots and shit, and like all those like roulette and the stake like slots and casino gaming. I think that's what they're banning on Twitch. Excuse me, I should have muted my mic for that. I apologize. Your boy's getting lit. But I think that you can still go out there and like talk about betting. And again, I do stream on Twitch simultaneously, but I just don't really have much of a following over there. Um, yeah, personally, it doesn't affect me too much. I don't really watch much Twitch content to begin with, so I don't really have too many thoughts on it to begin with, honestly. See, Andrew saying, "Is there a decent supporting act for the weekend and have fun, brother?" At the beginning of the tour, apparently it was supposed to be Doja Cat, which I don't really give a fuck about her. Like I know like one or two songs, couldn't really care about her. But but she got like tonsillitis or something. I think she had to back out of the tour, and now it's some two people. One of them I know, but I only know like two or three songs from them. He's like a R&B slash dance music type of artist from Montreal called Kadi Chandra. I believe that's what his name is. Uh, Solid music. I don't mind a couple of the tracks, so it's a good appetizer in a sense, is what I think. Alex Huber saying, "What hat is that?" This is the Nubian bookstore hat. You guys can follow my guy Marcus Williams. He sent me a bunch of hats here, but it's at Nubian Bookstore, Nubian bookstore. He just actually posted a bunch of his tickets that he's cashed over the last 2 or 3 years. So if you guys go follow him on Twitter, you'll see the cold hard cash my guy's been winning for years now. He doesn't have access to sports gambling where he's from in Atlanta. So he usually makes trips out to Vegas so that he can go watch the events and bet on them as well. But I met up with him when we went to the Gaslam and Cannoneer Apex event last year. We pretty much went together. And when I was there, he hooked me up with this hat. And then he's like, a lot of people were asking me about it. So he sent me fucking 4 more hats to rock. So shout out to my guy Nubian Bookstore, Marcus Williams, very sharp dude, very good dude, very successful dude as well. Give him a follow on Twitter. Finesse God saying Kendrick was in Vancouver a month ago, best concert I've been to. I remember he released an album out of nowhere and then announced his tour right after that. I didn't really like the album that much, if I'm being honest. I like the older shit, the Good Kid, Mad City. That was really about it. I really liked Kendrick. Damn was pretty good as well, but not too much else that really stuck to me. Elijah on Dream saying, "What the fuck? This is streamed on Twitch too?" Yes, it is. I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. It used to be Periscope, but now it's just Twitter. Dexter Pope saying sports betting is fine. It said it in the memo. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you just can't showcase yourself fucking using all these casino slots and all that shit like people used to do. Right? I think Drake used to do it as well, where he was like Steak and Drake, and they would just do fucking roulette on Twitch. I want you to follow right behind me. I feel everything from my body to my soul. Mm-hmm. Finesse God saying Kendrick was. Oh, I've already talked about that. I apologize. Alex Weaver saying they just banned any offshore site that isn't legal in the US. Interesting. Finesse saying, yeah, I'm not even a big Kendrick fan. Was just an awesome performance. Yeah, there's a lot of good like guys that do legit performances. Right. I went to a J. Cole concert. I've been to 2 J. Cole concerts. Yes, 2 J. Cole concerts. Fucking amazing. This one you guys might not like a little bit, right? You guys might like even just exit out of the stream after I say this one. But I saw Bruno Mars before he blew up, right? I saw Bruno Mars when he dropped his first album, when he was still the guy that was on that B.O.B. track, Beautiful Girls, I think it was called. But he performed in a venue here in Toronto, very small venue, very intimate. But the guy was an amazing live performer, like absolutely amazing. No lip syncing, live band, doing like covers and shit as well. He did like a cover of Billie Jean and the White Stripes, that big song they have. I can't recall it off the top of my name. Or Seven Nation Army, right? He mixed the melody of Seven Nation Army with the vocals of Billie Jean. Like very talented motherfucker. That was probably one of the best live performances I've ever seen myself. Alex Huber saying 3 Pac Ringer show is live. Do you regularly join? Saw them call on you, but seemed app wasn't working for you. Honestly, it was the first time that I hopped on that time during the whole 279 debacle. And my phone just wasn't cooperating with me. Sometimes it fucks up with Twitter Spaces as well. But I heard the Spotify Live app sometimes gives Android phones some problems, and I am an Android man myself, so man, I was so bummed to have the opportunity to speak in front of that many people and to get the invite the way that I did from Mario. Fucking amazing, but was so bummed that I was not able to do it. I might have to get a new phone. Once I get the new phone, I'll probably start hopping back into those 3 Pac Ringer shows because you guys know Ario is my guy. Corey Yupa saying they banned Steve will do it from YouTube for posting gambling on there as well. Yeah, I heard that. Andy Caps MMA saying, I saw Kendrick perform with the live band in Chicago at Pitchfork a while back. It was amazing. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I love that like concerts and everything is just slowly opening back up as well. Daniel asking, will you be doing a Bellator Dublin show? I will not. I did a quick write-up of the main event for the Action Network, which I believe is going to be dropping in the next hour or so. So make sure you check out the Action Network to see my thoughts on Queeley versus Henderson. But no, I just haven't had the time to look into that card. Andy Caps MMA saying most of these modern rappers / underground rappers don't even rap live. The DJ just plays their tracks with the audio on them, and the rappers say some shit every 10 words. It's a joke. Yes, that is not a performance. I don't want to pay for that type of shit. Alex Ruber saying, yeah, that app is shot on Android. Fuck. Yeah, it's about time. I've had this phone for years. It's the Samsung S10. I've had it for 6 years now, maybe 7. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I feel like I haven't changed my phone in a very long time because it's held up. It's given me everything I need to do, isn't slowing down, anything like that. So I've never really looked into upgrading my phone whenever I have the chance to, but it looks like I might need to just so I can get on these Spotify lives. Black M3 saying, how much does one have to save to watch the fights in Vegas? Roughly, okay, good seats. For the Apex, expensive, right? You're talking like no less than $2,000, maybe 1,600 USD, depending on the fight night. But in terms of like going to the T-Mobile Arena, you can get mid to lower bowl seats for $200, $300 or something. From an experience point of view, and from a hardcore MMA fan point of view, if you have the opportunity to go watch fights at the Apex, I highly recommend doing so. Open bar, free food. You can walk around and mingle with whoever the fuck you want. Fighters are all over the place, so you can talk to them as well if you want. But just the view and the open bar, that's all I wanted. That's all I needed. I'm trying to line up an Apex show by the end of the year. My birthday is next month. Literally exactly this day, a month to this day, October 22nd, the day of UFC 280 is my birthday. I am looking to try to go to the event the weekend after that, October 29th, at the Apex. Calvin Kattar versus Arnold Allen main event. I don't know what the fuck else there is, but I want to go back to the Apex. Nick Maranzano saying MSG prices are ridiculous. I want to go to the Easy Fight, but it's so expensive. Yeah, I heard even like mid to lower bowl tickets are like $500. Fuck that. I'm good. I'd rather just watch the pay-per-view. Corey Ipo saying, free food, open bar. How do you even buy tickets? Excuse me. UFCVIP.com. Go to UFCVIP.com. Here, I'll show what you guys right now. Is it sharing? Here we go. So you go to UFCVIP.com. This is what you show, or this is what you see. Click on choose your fight. Hey, there you go. They'll have the pay-per-views listed first and any other event that's taking place at an actual venue that's not the Apex. And then they have the UFC Fight Nights Apex experience here. Click that, and then they'll list all the shows here, right? So Grasso Arujo, $1,675. Now, I've seen the prices as low as $1,250 all the way up to $2,600. The cheapest one I saw was like the Aspen Ladd versus Norma Dumont one, right? It's all based on demand. So like 1,200, 1,250 is what I saw for the Ladd and Dumont one. The most expensive one I saw was Holloway versus Rodriguez, which was November of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And that was like $2,600 per ticket. You see here that Kattar Allen is $1,995. 1675. So they started off, it looks like, at 1675, and then based on the demand, they'll up or down the price from there. You can also get the UFC Apex Skybox, which is at least 20 people. I want to see if I can get a good group of guys together and try to do something like this, but my sucker got a whole lot smaller recently, folks. If you know, you know. So looking for some more boys that I can eventually take to that type of thing. Dexter Pope saying, fuck yeah, I'm October 23rd. Let's go, my brother. OVO, baby. OVO. Finesse God saying, need a card in Vancouver or Seattle. Not sure why they never come. I think they'll eventually come to Vancouver next year. They've started, I think at the end of this month, Canada is finally relaxing the COVID vaccination requirements for people to get into the country, and I think that's what Dana was waiting for to alleviate, so that he can eventually come to Canada. So next year, look for some Canadian events. I'd expect Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal, 2 out of 3 of those to be hit next year. Finesse God saying Cannoneer Strickland would definitely be great. I wouldn't mind that. I saw Cannoneer at the last one, so I don't care to see him again. I'd really want to go to the Cater and Allen one. Let's see what the rest of that card looks like. Mm-hmm. All right, this is what the Cater card looks like so far. Cater versus Allen, Barboza versus Topuria, Arlovsky versus DeLima, Clayton Rodriguez versus Vinicius Salvador, Junyoung Park against Joseph Holmes, Jared Van Der against Waldo Cortez Acosta, Dustin Jacoby versus Khalil Roundtree, Steve Garcia versus Chase Hooper, Roman Dolidze versus Phil Hawes, Christian Rodriguez versus Garrett Armfield, Max Griffin versus Tim Means, and Mark Madsen versus Drakkar Close. Interesting fight in that last one. We got Fight Ready against the guys down the street from them, the MMA Lab. So intriguing to see how that one's going to come together. How many fights is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 12 fights. So I guess that card is pretty much complete. Joshua Frick in the chat. Lajan Dream saying, I was in James Lynch stream earlier. He heard a rumor they're going back to Saskatoon. Sick. If they do, I might fly out there, visit the in-laws, and go to the fights. Somo and Becky saying, Suplock, did you appear on Yanni's UFC on the Line show? Did I? No, I went on his Gambler's Perspective show that he does with Nick Kalikas. That's on Fight Pass as well. I think I was you know what? I was actually supposed to be episode 1, but something came up. I forgot what it was. I think Clint got the call up for episode 1, and then I was on episode 2. Patrick G saying, do you like Seth Troxler? Not sure who that is. Asher Quinn saying, enjoying the weekend, sir. You know, I can't fucking wait. T-minus less than 6 hours. Let's fucking go. Nick saying MMA Lab sounds suspicious. Maybe. Corey saying Ilya gonna get murder charges filed on him after that. Yeah, that's a great fight. I'd love to watch that live. Lajon Dream saying Saskatoon about 6 to 7 hours away from him, and his cousin lives there now, so it's tempting. Hey, totally worth it. I mean, for me, it was like if there's ever a show that's within 8 hours driving distance, I'm there. Maybe not MSG because the tickets are always so fucking expensive, but Montreal, New Jersey, Chicago is about a 9-hour drive, but we've done that as well. Montreal, Ottawa. That's what I usually do. Finesse God saying that's actually a really nice card. It is. Let's see what the other one is here. Ooh, the following week, Movzar Evloev versus Bryce Mitchell, Benito Lopez versus Mario Bautista, Nate Maness versus Tagir Ulanbekov, Pascual versus Vidal, Munoz Jr. versus Sholinian, Viana versus Frey, Maverick versus Young, Hadley versus Candelario, Rodriguez versus Lemos. Oh, it did get moved. I think Elijah Dream was telling me about that, or somebody else was telling me that that fight got moved from 280 to this one. So weird. You know what? The Cater Alvin card probably sounds a little bit better as a whole. Let's see the November 19th card here. Demopoulos versus Oliveira, Natividad versus Tercios, Brundage versus Vieira, Zumagula versus Johnson, Salikov versus Filio. Yeah, not the greatest of cards there. And then Cannoneer Gastelum. There's not many fights announced for it. Morozov versus Newson, Malbazi versus Perez. Not bad. All right, I'll take these last couple questions that I'm going to get out of here. Start getting ready. Keep drinking more. Having some fun. Lajon saying, hope they come back to Winnipeg at some point. I'm sure they will. I think you're going to be waiting, my friend. Quinn saying, Evloev versus Doug Nasty is such a banger. Yes. That's why I initially went, ooh, this card looks good. But then it's just that fight that I was kind of stoked for. I'm a big Evloev not hugger as well, as most people know. Asher saying, any thoughts on the Chugini and Firo line? How would you cap it? I'm assuming that Firo would be like at least a minus 150 favorite, maybe minus 170. But like, if you give me at least plus 150 on Chukagian, I'd probably take a shot on her, right? Her style is always just so hard to deal with for a lot of fighters. People don't like them, right? Like I compare her to like, she's the female Neil Magny. Like sometimes they're just going to get smoked out. Sometimes they're actually going to go out there and make it tough for their opponents to have any success. I'm interested to see what that line is. I can't believe I didn't even finish the spear during this whole stream. And it's been 36 fucking minutes. My wife just sent me a Snapchat. She's jamming out on the way home as well. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, I'm like, honestly, like, I went through a lot of shit the other week, obviously, as a lot of people know. But just knowing in the back of my mind that everything was going to be good because, like, I'm not who, they were painting me out to be that week. But life is just so fucking good right now. Life is just so good right now, honestly. And having the weekend's concert tonight even makes it that much more amazing. So no, I truly appreciate everybody that comes out to these streams on pretty much a daily basis. I love every single one of you. It means so much that you guys come out every single fucking day, or at least try to do every single day. And then obviously the support you guys show on the actual podcast episodes, like the Logcast, the Twitters, the Instagrams, all that stuff, the Discord, the Patreon. I can never thank. You know what? Let's just get a quick update on the specific number of Patreon members that we currently have. All 324 of y'all. Appreciate every single one of you guys. I was closer to 400 earlier this year. Had a little bit of a rough patch, and now getting back into the swing of things. We'll hit that 400 number again, and then 500s after that. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow. Maybe a Locky late night adventure or something like that. But I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Fuck yes. Let's go. I'll catch you guys. Maybe I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right. Sayonara. Wish me luck and pray that I come home in one piece tonight because I'm getting fucked tonight, bro. I'm getting fucked up tonight. All right. Love you guys. Peace.